and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
I'm Ryan Seymore, a poor man's Jeff Bezos.
I think everybody is a poor man's Jeff Bezos. Oh my God, that needs to be on a T-shirt. That is fantastic. Oh my God, that's so freaking cool. We are still recording virtually, but we have books this time. Like this was a thing. So we've got some books in hand. I've read some things. Ryan's read some things. If this is your first time checking out this show, trust me, you're going to love this. We do non-spoiler reviews. So this is going to be amazing. We're going to tell you what books you need to be getting, but we're not going to ruin nothing for you because what's the fun in that? Okay, so we're going to start off with the honorable mentions.
Yes.
All three of mine are Marvel books.
Oh,
yeah.
See, mine, only one Marvel this one for me.
Okay,
for my
okay. All right, so let's see you go first. Let's see what you got on your list.
Let's go Venom 31. Don Cates, and it's one, it ties in loosely to the King in Black, which was really good. I got the chance to read it when I got in the store this week.
Nice.
So King in Black #1, really good. This one, not a lot happens in it, but it's building towards how Eddie Brock is going to truly fit into things moving forward in this crossover. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Null and the way that he is drawn and the stuff that he's doing is moist. Like it just doesn't. Yeah, it just looks like I don't want to be a part of it, which I think is what Null's going for. So yeah, pretty good.
All right.
But not even close to Donny Cates' best book this week, though.
So true. So true. Speaking of King in Black and moist, I read Namor #1. It works, okay? It works. It totally works. This is total accident. Okay, so this one, Kurt Busiek, Dewey is on artwork. This one was an interesting one because obviously I'm like King in Black tie-in of any sort, but it's Namor, but it's in the past. So I'm like, I don't even understand how this is supposed to work. Yeah. But I guess you could look at it and say that the goal here is to set up the potential reach of what Null's presence equates to, how long he's been around, a threat, whatever you want to look at. However, what really stands out here is how much you just fall in love with this book. You get, like, if you're a longtime Marvel reader, you get character names that you know, and you know understandings of affiliations and rivalries that might come about later on. But this is dope. Like, this is the type of thing that more books, if you're going to go back and build continuity, this is the type of stuff that you need because it sets up stuff that could be, I don't want to call it throwaway. Like, it won't matter that we've not seen this referenced in Avengers or whatever, but it's something cool that builds on characters and a lot of fun. So if you're just now getting into, Marvel, if you've heard rumblings that Namor is going to appear in Black Panther 2 and you want to know who that is, boom, issue 1, perfect jump on.
Nice, very nice. Not enough is done with Namor. Namor's a really cool character, like
super cool and like half naked all the time.
All the time,
but all the time. You.
Reed Richards, he'll fight. That's for sure.
God.
All right, from Boom Studios, we've got Origins #2.
Nice.
All right, so the first issue was really cool. It's like it was a post-apocalyptic sort of thing, but it was really weird and you couldn't really quite figure out what was going on. It was like very world-building. This one gives you the backstory so that you know what's going on. It's really cool. It is the story of a world that someone tried to make better. They did their damnedest to prevent war, to prevent starvation, and it all backfired.
Dang.
And it's so cool because the way that the few people, we'll call them that are there, are trying to fix things and make things right from a very human-centric point of view. So they're trying to make it so humans can live, but I don't know the world wants us anymore. So it's really cool. The art is amazing. The first issue I liked. The second issue I love. So
okay. That's always. You always want that though, like to build your appreciation.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Okay, so no, I don't have a good segue for this one. We had a new issue of Avengers. It's 39. Jason Aaron, Dale Keown on the artwork. This is the prelude or prologue, I should say, to the Enter the Phoenix arc. This one again takes part in the past, like as you can tell from this image here. This is harkening back to the Avengers, 1 million BC characters, and we are getting a, I don't know, kind of an intro to the Phoenix of that time and how the Phoenix came about, which is a cool kind of backstory. I think that's going to be a very interesting piece of Jason Aaron's legacy on Avengers, and I don't know if anyone else is really going to touch it and play around with it. It's such a cool concept to say, like, there are, long-standing entities that matter in Marvel Comics. I just don't know if anyone else is adept at using it or has the gumption. But it's kind of cool to see that he's still playing around with this, to really try to make this stick and make it be something. But yeah, it's kind of a cool setup. I'm really curious as to how this past thing is going to tie into what this future or current story arc is going to be. So I'm very, very curious. Very curious. Yeah. I don't know if I loved it. I don't think I loved it, but it was interesting. It's a good foundation. It's a prologue, so I'm not being super tight, but yeah, it's a building block.
Yeah, and I trust Jason Aaron, so he's got to have a plan.
Yeah,
so,
he always has a plan. Definitely. And Jason Aaron, we trust.
Yes. All right, my third honorable mention, Scarenthood. This is one that we reviewed number one. Yeah, there was like one.
I didn't miss that one.
Yeah, and one of the things I love about this book is it reminds me of my my mom's, my dad's mom, right, who was Irish. Like she came to America after being Irish her entire life. So like whenever the people start like sniping at each other, right, I hear her voice, like the accent. So like every time I was doing something stupid, like trying to like get candy or play with the monkey that was in the trailer, like she would just lose it on me. So Nick, amazing job.
You will not say that and just breeze by it. Play with the monkey in the trailer.
Oh, you haven't heard about Gigi? Okay,
we're gonna save that. We're gonna have many talks, sir. Many talks.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture of Gigi. Me and Gigi sitting outside. There, it's someone sold her a monkey. I was a kid. I don't know. I don't understand these things.
No judgments. No judgments.
Yeah. So this story, as we reviewed number one, and it's a group of parents that their kids all go to the same school, and all places have these sort of haunted house areas of town have a haunted house story, and there's a haunted house story for the school that they go to, and of course it's always an urban legend. It's never real. Wrong. Until this one's real. Yeah, it's 100% real. The people start to delve deeper into the mystery and seeing how that place is connected with another area that a whole bunch of local or urban legends were about. And as these stories are put together, they're figuring out what they're at. I don't know if you would call them the protagonist, but the one father who his daughter keeps wanting to talk to mom. Right. We start to see pieces of that puzzle.
Oh my god, because that was very intriguing from the first issue.
Yeah, I was like, is she away on business? Is she what's going on? There are a couple things that happen down near the end with trying to get a hold of Amy.
Okay.
No, that's a whole lot of no. I just tell my kid,
oh my god,
I don't know who mom is. She left before you were born, and let's move on.
And you're like, how did you? Shh, just listen. Yeah. I found you in a box. Just go with it. It's fine.
Yeah. It's creepy.
Oh, ugh, okay. Oh man, I'm sorry I missed that one. It's such a good series, and it's only issue 2 now. So guys, please pick that one up because it's such a good one. Okay, so I took on the 5th and final issue of the Spider-Man series written by J.J. Abrams and his son Henry. Bloodline is the art. Sarah Pichelli is the artist. I had jumped off of this. Like, I enjoyed the way it started, but I didn't keep up with it. It was so late. But to pick up at the end, it wrapped up fairly nicely. Like, there's some very interesting things here that it definitely like wraps up with a potential sequel opportunity. But there's I mean, you really get the sense of, and I want to focus on Henry, because obviously JJ being a part of this is one thing, but I do think that Henry was the driving force of the actual story. Yeah, JJ might have been the door opener, but Henry had to tell the story. And I think Henry understood the notion of being a son of a very prominent figure and trying to figure out your own place in things, whether or not you're going to stand in the shadow of your father or not. Like, it becomes super autobiographical, right? Like, you don't even see it. You're like, well, duh, of course he did.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. And wraps it up really, really well. The only reason why it's in the honorable mentions for me is because I hadn't kept up with it, so I don't know if it tied everything together well. I just liked what it did, but I'll have to go back and read the rest of it to really make sure that it does all fit together. But I mean, as far as stories go, to have a connection, like, I saw that. So even if that's not even the case, Henry, feel free, use that, sell it, be like, yes, this is my life, this is me, this is my 8 Miles. So yeah, dope, absolutely dope.
Very cool. All right.
Okay.
On to the virtual acrylic.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So, do we have any that are the same?
We've got. I'm pretty sure we both got Homesick Pilots.
Yes.
I did. Did you do crossover?
I did. Okay. So maybe we got one that's different.
Yes.
Let's start with the difference. You start with the one that's not the two that you just.
I went with Piecemeal.
Okay, I didn't do that one. So you start with that.
Okay, Piecemeal. AfterShock. Cullen Bunn. All right. Cullen had a couple books this week that they put out. We've got Zeman Kodranaski doing art and color, which amazing job. We've got Marshall Dillon lettering. Simon also did the cover. The lettering is also really, really cool because there's a lot of different switches between different characters talking and whatnot. And that's one of the easy ways to tell what's going on, because it is a horror story. It's Cullen.
Okay.
I mean,
Right.
Yeah, there's no heartwarming stories here. And it's about this. It starts off about this haunted house, and it seems to be a theme this week. And these kids go into it, and they find a jar with a human brain in it.
Whoa.
As you would when you're in an abandoned house, you're gonna find a human brain at any moment. So they've got it, and the story behind this house was like a serial killer lived there, and he would like lure kids in their dreams and kill them. And so this kid gets hyper fixated on this brain and ends up taking it home.
No.
And yeah, like exactly. It's like, don't do that.
I would have yelled at the page, "Don't do that! Put it back!"
No, really, it totally was. Like one of those moments, like nothing good's gonna come from this dude.
Oh my god!
And it starts this chain reaction of nightmares and interactions with his grandfather, who I think is battling Alzheimer's, but has these new moments of clarity. And I loved it.
Right.
It's in that kind of like Black Label size, oversized thing. So that really lets the art breathe.
Yeah.
My complaint is it's a one shot.
Wait, and that's it?
Yeah, that's it. That's the story. And it's amazing, but it's one that I really think if they would have done it as like a 4 to a 6 issue miniseries,
right,
they could have really stretched out some of the like anecdotal stories and nightmare sequences, which will make sense when you read it. Right. And I think there's so much room for more storytelling within that world. And as good as it was as one issue, I want more.
See, and that's one of the best complaints that any writer could ever hear is, I want more story. And you're like, okay, next time I'll keep feeding you. That's that's awesome. Okay, so what I got was a one-shot type piece as well. So this is DC's Very Merry Multiverse, and this is absolutely ridiculous. First and foremost, it sold me because Captain Carrot's on the cover, and if you put Captain Carrot on the cover, I'm gonna buy it. That's just what it is. But we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stories for $10. So literally $1 a book or a story here, which is not bad. But we are talking all over the map in terms of the context, the feel. Like the first story features Harley. We've got Harley Quinn. It's a Horrible Life. I mean, like literally, I don't want to run through the whole list of everyone who created here, but that's one of the darkest stories of all time because Harley is feeling a certain kind of way about life. And the way that she goes about learning to appreciate is so dank. It's not even funny. Like, it's perfect for Harley. I have to give a shout out to David Walker, one of my homies for life. Bizarro Love Holiday. It's adorable. It's perfect. Literally, this holiday is the most genius thing in the world. It needs to happen. I'm not going to spoil what it is. You have to read it. But in the comments, if you would take part in that holiday, let us know, because I think this is something that we might be able to start actually doing in some way, shape, or form. Like, just it's something that's really sweet and beautiful. So we should totally do this. Maybe as a shop, we can do this, because once you read it, you'll be like, oh, yeah, this is amazing. We should totally do that. So this was amazing. So many different stories and all different types of vibes. Pick this up. If you just want something fun to read over the weekend, that's the book right there.
Yeah. And this is going to sound weird, but if you don't have it on your pull, reach out to your local comic shop as quick as possible, because there is a first appearance of a character in this issue.
There is.
Yeah, and it's yeah. So I don't want to spoil it.
Right.
But yeah, if you're interested, it's shoot a call. Hopefully they'll set one back for you.
There you go. Okay. I don't know which one we should start with.
I know this is a tough one. Homesick Pilots is one where I'm actually actively angry at Image for the way they solicited it.
Let's do it. Homesick Pilots #1, creative team, folks. I'll admit I've never heard of before. Dan Waters, Casper Wingard. You weren't on my radar. You are now, though. Like, I'm looking for you.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right now.
That was part of it too. When Image was soliciting it, they kind of like gave little hints, like, oh well, this person did this, that. But the fact that the big solicit was, this is a story about a young punk rock band that gets trapped in a walking haunted house. You, much like Vision, you could not have strung a series of words together that could have made me care less.
Right.
And then I read it and I was just like, can I have some hot sauce with this curl I'm about to eat? Because it was so good.
Dude, so freaking amazing. I mean, okay, yes, technically that bare bone sentence does explain what it is.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come close to capturing the magic of this book.
Yeah.
The characters are fresh. The dialogue is super crispy, and that double page spread that you have to read and then stop and then change positions and read backwards.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is utilizing comics as a format, as a medium to the fullest. You need to read this. If you're an aspiring comic book creator, read this just to be reminded of what you could do with comics. That, oh my God. When I got to that page, I was just like, I've never done anything like that. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Yeah.
It was one of the closest couple of things that I could have likened it back to was in Grant Morrison and was it Frank Quitely in Pax Americana, where there was a sequence. And then Moon Knight, I think Warren Ellis had a sequence like that. So when you're referencing that caliber creator that's like these fools killed it.
Yes.
And the way they, at the end, where they tied it in and made it more of like a world, that it wasn't just like a specific, like it's a house.
Right.
But like an actual full, like there's stuff going on. Yeah. Like
this was brilliant.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely killed it. And that first band sucks.
Oh my God.
Homesick Pilots has got to be better.
They 100%. Although the location for their show, it was kind of amazing.
It was kind of cool. It was kind of
like
cool.
I was literally like, I would go to that. I'm not
acoustics like
right. Like it gotta be striking. That was a little bit of a hint.
Just a wee bit of it.
It was corny, okay? I'll admit it, but read it and you'll like it. You'll trust. I'm really curious as to, there is a a regular household item that they mention, and I want to know how it might factor being missing. Like they mention that, and I want to know who took that.
Yeah,
who took that and what has happened to them? I want to know. So, just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Last but not least,
definitely not least,
crossover number 2. Woo! Donny Cates, Jeff Shaw, D. Knief, John Hill. You beautiful, beautiful people.
Yeah. The first issue was cool. It was high concept. And this issue, they bring it all into focus.
Oh my God. There's some darkness behind this that I was not prepared for. Like, I was really expecting almost a mainstream campiness to a situation. No, I was wrong.
No, there's a seriousness, there's a lethality to it. I like Ava. That because it's like heartbreaking.
Right.
What her backstory is, as we're starting to see, is absolutely devastating. You're like, how could people do that? Seeing the potential characters that were in the one area, we'll be looking at their hand. Oh.
Listen,
really?
Speaking of, in the comments below, I want to see who can name the most people that you think you see. So if you can, like, and this will be a very spoiler like comment post here, so be forewarned, but I want to see how many people you think you recognize in that scene right there. And shout out to that issue of Spawn that it totally was referencing by doing so.
Here's one of my things, because it's a story about this, our world, like us, and something happens where characters from comic books come spilling through into reality. All of the things that can potentially go wrong with that situation do go wrong. And it's the hammer with which our people have put it down onto the comic characters. Here's one of the things I'm interested in and curious if it's going to happen. So like with issue 3, Cates is saying that everybody order up, you're not going to miss it. I increased orders for the shop because I trust him.
Right.
What I'm curious about is how many creator-owned properties, because I know with like DC and Marvel, they're going to have to hint at stuff, but how many creator-owned properties are going to be lent out to Cates for storytelling?
That's who knows? Like, it could be wide open, man. Cates, if you want to use any of mine, feel free. Just holla at your boy. That's all I'm asking. Just be like, Vic, can I? And I'm like, yeah, duh. Here you go. I mean, you need character reference sheets? I got you. Like, say less. I got you. But no, like, because that cover for 3 is friggin' amazing. Like, that's got to be because as much of a Venom fan as he is, he has to love the creators of Venom, right? So to get an opportunity to get that cover has got to be nuts. I'm not going to tell you what cover I'm talking about. You should just know, especially if you see it. But I guess one of the things that got me here is recognizing what Ava exposed in the last issue of who helped. Where has that person been? And what are they doing right now? Like, there's so many, I don't know. There's lots of questions. I can't wait. But this has been a nutty, dope series. Definitely check this out again. Only issue 2. So, grab this as soon as you can. I'm still looking for the Aha Take on Me cover because I thought that was so freaking smart. So that's gonna be one that I'm looking for. Hopefully under my Christmas tree, if Santa thinks I've been a good boy. I hope he does. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. If this is your first time checking out this show, we hope that you liked it. And if you did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up piece because we need that sort of recognition. And if you want some of this goodness, what can I do, Rye?
You can hit subscribe and then click the bell because it will tell you every Wednesday when we drop more zero spoiler reviews.
Zero spoilers because we don't want to ruin it for you. We want you to read and enjoy. Definitely talk us up at your local comic shop. Tell all your friends about us. Read some good books. Come back and tell us what we didn't read this week because we want to hear from you and find out what stuff should be on our radar for the coming months. Much love to you guys. Till next time, I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
I'm Ryan Seymore, not Jeff Bezos.